Coast Nation, Sanbunan Bafetu. Welcome back to Football Trends with me, OQB. Now, on today's video, we will be looking at mostly yesterday's game. Even though I have to admit to you guys, angikhonanga nje uyibukela igame kahle because I had to leave. I had to leave very early to run some errands. But then I did see the goal, likamfundo Vilakazi. I think the first few minutes my challenge game, I did manage to get to see certain things happening during the game. So we were probably controlling the game first half, and then maybe second half game, maybe that's where things changed. But then the second half, and also I saw how Mfundo Vilakazi managed to score that goal. They made a mistake from their side, and then Tina Sakono capitalized. So despite everything, the coach has been asked in terms of the league title. Are we gonna be competing for the league title maybe this season or in the near future? Because it is a question that journalists get to ask. I don't wanna lie to you, we did hear a lot of opinions when it comes to this one, and I've been listening to a lot of people, a lot of opinions. People are still fighting, crying, and saying, Kaizer Chiefs, they are not doing very well. So I'm not sure. Maybe they are not doing well because we don't have new signings, especially on the attacking phase, or we are not doing well because people think we are not doing well, and it is bound to happen for this club, which is the Kaizer Chiefs. But despite that, yesterday we were champions. Yes, I know Toyota Cup Buffet 2 probably doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people, but I think to the players it means something, and to us as fans probably it gives us hope. Okay, definitely we are going to go forward in a beautiful manner. Yesterday we played, we did not lose. That was a great opportunity for us to be able to see how the club performs when it comes to this new coming season. Remember, we are playing on the 1st of August, and then also we'll be playing, I believe, on a Sunday, May 8, 8 or 7. I think we are playing against, what is it, for the MTN 8? I think Golden Arrows, if I'm not mistaken, but I will check and confirm and get back to you guys in terms of that. So I hear people, I hear the journalists asking about the title, and I'm happy the coach did not mince his word. He went straight to the point to say, okay, so far with the squad that we currently do have, I don't think we are ready to be able to challenge for titles. Now, I don't know, but honestly speaking, I'm happy with what the coach said. He knows what he wants. He speaks for what he needs. We are fine, actually. You remember when I told you when we signed Fernando de Cruz, I said, I don't see any difference between Coach Nabi and Coach Fernando de Cruz. So, with the Cruz, we no, so far, I don't think we can be able to challenge for the title, and we know for a fact, from Kaizer Chiefs, that's what they are looking for. That's what they will be demanding into the season going forward, because it's the same thing that happened previously before. But let's just listen to what the coach said actually, and then we take it from there. Recap, because honestly speaking, I do agree with the coach when he says definitely we're not going to be able to compete for the title or the league title as of yet until Tolagala those signings that we do need, and maybe after assessing. Remember, listen to the words after assessing. Actually, let's just listen and then we'll get back.
Squad important pour concurrencer pour le titre et aussi pour la CAF Confédération.
Non, on sait on cherche encore des options offensives. Donc après, une fois que l'équipe sera terminée, le recrutement sera terminé, on pourra évaluer si on a la capacité à jouer le titre en PL et faire un bon parcours en CAF Cup.
He says no, you know that we search offensive options, but when we will have our entire squad, we can assess if we are able to challenge the title in PSL and also to have a good way in
Thank you.
Construire concurrencer pour le titre et aussi pour
Well, Nizwela Bafetu, you know what the coach said. He says definitely they still need to find offensive players. After that, that's when they can be able to assess, okay, with those offensive players that they have, will they be enough for us to be able to challenge the league titles? So I'm happy. I'm happy the coach was Kulumela Kusasa early. I'm not expecting a lot from the fans because Tina, honestly speaking, from our side, I think our fans would be happy to have you know, a league, not a league, a cup, a trophy, just one trophy. I think for us we will be suited enough. But then for the management or the club themselves, what are they looking for in terms of the coach? But also they must not forget they need to provide the coach with what he needs. You can't say I'm expecting this from that. And then when I say I need this for me to be able to give you what you want, that becomes a problem. So remember, he did say he needs two wingers, a striker, and an attacking midfielder. So far, Bafetu, from our side in terms of our sources and everything, Satulile, it's a bit quiet. But hopefully, because remember, they did tell us what the Kaizer are busy in the market behind the scenes trying to push for signings. I don't know if the signings that they will be making are players recommended by the coach or are players that we have been scouting for the longest time before coach figure, because remember we did have that 6-month period that we needed to be able to assess and analyze players that we do need. I'm sure in terms of those positions that is okay with what the coach is saying, because I show all along with okay Kaizer still needs this player, that player, and that player into the coach confirmed what we were always saying. So hopefully Kaizer saw the same thing that we saw and they looked in the market. But then it becomes a problem because now remember, Pulemodi is a player that we were supposed to let go of, but we ended up not letting go of. Why? Well, same reason. Now we are losing an essential player, which is Maccabi Lepo. I know people have their opinions with Uli Lepo, but he's been influential. He's been very helpful for the club. So without him, we're gonna fail. Oh, it's okay. Definitely that position is missing. But one thing I'm happy about from my side is the fact that the coach is being honest. We are Zkulumelo to Dingani, and he did not mince words. It's not like we were waiting for a source to give us the information with okay, these are the positions that Kaizer needs to sign. Because if he was a different coach, he would have said no, we are looking for a reinforcement, and then we'll see from there. Straight to okay, I need two wingers, I need an attacking midfielder, and I need a striker for me. I thought, okay, there was a striker, we are good. We don't need another striker, but he says he definitely does need a striker. So I'm hearing a lot of negativity coming from fans, different clubs, talking about our new coach. I do understand, coming from a place where we are coming from. But honestly speaking, for me, I'm just going to give the coach a chance. Hopefully he's going to prove a lot of people wrong, especially those who are saying what the coach is not going to succeed. But also remember, success here depends on whether is he being listened to, is he being allowed to do what he wants. Because at the end of the day, we can try and interfere and do what we think is right, only to find out we're messing up things. So we will see as time goes on. Are we going to get those players? Yes or no? And then moving on, and remember, there are players that the coach will say, I need this player, and then you know what happens with our club. Because I remember even last season, we had players that we wanted to sign by the coach, and then what do I know, we cannot get this, we cannot get that, which became a problem. And then is it Kaizer just made up a story. They said this and this and this and that, and then what's gonna coach. But hey, I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is I hope they are willing to stand by their word and give the coach what he needs. Actually, they did not say it out loud or in publicly, but I'm hearing from the sources that definitely the coach is being supported in any way, shape, or form. So hopefully it is as accurate as it is when it comes to the market. So one now, and then looking at the comments quickly before I leave. Okay, let me just see here. Well, QP, Da Cruz is just being honest, serious. He asked for players, just 4 players, but he hasn't received even what? No leaks. already people can see. Okay, but let's wait. Just cut us a corner. Maybe Kaizer Chiefs will do something. But hey, for me, I don't think it's good to make signings later stage. Abantu sebaqalile ukutrain, and then when yakhana ke uzama ukubasayina, it becomes a bit of a problem. But let's hope they will be able to get the players that they are looking for. Unfortunately, they cannot sign for foreigners. It won't work. So we'll see what they're going to do in terms of that. I like his honesty, Eric. And then Pirates just announced a striker to strengthen their squad. Yet Chiefs are not materializing the deal. I feel sorry for our coach. He really wants to succeed, but with the squad he has, I doubt. That is true. That is true. I do agree with you, Lapo, Vincent. And then Urem says, guys, I'm impressed by Solomon's yesterday. The guy is very powerful. No, I'm happy. I'm happy to hear that. For me, I feel like with the players that we currently have, we shouldn't be crying because Abachita people corner from last season, even the season before. So they should be improving in terms of, offense, understanding the football, everything. We just need to be impressed by all of them, not just one, but all of them. They need to impress us. Why? Because they know the club, they've been there. The player that is new, I want to hear from you guys because I did see small footage of Mtasingwa playing. For me, earlier on, I'm happy with his passes and everything. But then when it comes to being injury free, that's where I do have my concerns. I don't know if he's going to be able to play the entire half of the season. I'm not going to talk about the entire season. The entire half of the season, singazange sijampile ngale to next year, 2028. 2027, I meant to say, as asadlala like 100%. So that's where we're going to see if he's going to try and hold for his own. Yeah, but anyways, let's hope, guys, Uti, this new season, things are going to be different. Maybe it would be nice, honestly speaking, for us to be holding a trophy like this, but kungasiyo a Toyota Cup. Sounds good. Okay, we are holding at least Netbank, MTN8, or Black Label, or even your nege league. But hey, league, but honestly speaking, it's not an easy one. That's why I've made a post lana ngathi you guys vote on when do you think Kaizer Chiefs is going to be able to lift the league title. Now, with our former coach, which is Khalid Ben Youssef, he says it's going to take about 4 or 5 years if we are not making signings. Remember, don't mince his weight. If we are not making signings, but with the right signings, proper quality, and he did not mince his weight, with the proper quality, then definitely a year or maybe 2, we can be able to challenge for the league title, because at the end of the day, it's those 2 clubs that are at the top that we need to be concerned about. Honestly speaking, losing against other clubs below us, it's a problem, but it's not as much of a problem as it is to those big clubs at top, because honestly speaking, we haven't won against Sundowns, we haven't won against Orlando Pirates. Last season, it was bad, really, really bad, but hey, I'm not complaining. I'm hoping things will be different. In my opinion, the squad is good enough to end the season with a trophy or 2. Chiefs will finish in Champions League position, meaning number 3 or number 2. That's what you are saying, Katleho. Hopefully we can, but for me, with the current squad, all I'm seeing is not even top 7, not top 5, top 7, because we don't have people that we can rely on as of yet. We do need those people who are going to be able to come in and change the game. But as we will see as the club is going to make those signings. In the ground, we saw Izolo. Kunema. Yeah, I don't understand. In the ground, we saw Izolo, the guy from Scotland, Empire. Alimaza Omabo, just a machine. I did not see that. That was bad. Kamalaki, it's Kune Mahashi. Hey, I did not see. I don't know what happened, but I did not see. But let me leave you guys like this. We will talk later on if I do have something to update you on. But so far, let's stay true and hope that Kaizer Chiefs is going to make the signings, because the league iyaqala manje bafethu. Honestly speaking, we are starting on the 1st of August. Siyaqala nje this Saturday yangisho kude 1 2 3 4 days to go. The 5th day, that will be the match day, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, let me leave you like this, guys. We will talk if there is something new. I know we are happy. This was a beautiful one. It would be nice. It would be nice to celebrate like this, celebrating the official thing, the real official thing. But even this trophy, guys, don't get me wrong. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Honestly speaking, I do believe it is way better than another trophy I'm not going to speak about. But no, this is beautiful. They cooked. Toyota cooked. Anyways, let me leave it like this.